Sattva-svarupanubhavad utpannang jnanamanjasa ahang mameti cha jnanang baddhate digbramadivat. Tattva-svarupanubhavat, by experiencing the true nature of the self. Utpannang, produced. Jnanang, knowledge. Anjasa, instantly. Ahang, I. Mama, mine. Iti, thus. Cha, and. Ajnanang, ignorance. Padhate, destroys. Digbramadivat, like the wrong notion about the directions. The knowledge produced by the realization of the true nature of reality immediately destroys the ignorance characterized by notions of I and mine, as the sun destroys the mistake regarding the direction.
Namaste. So this verse tells us something about how it is when you realize Brahman, when you finally understand Aham Brahmasmi. There's no more idea of I as a separate individual and mine as a possession thereof. Why? Because we see clearly that the so-called individual does not and cannot and never has existed. That the whole cosmic creation is just one thing. Conceived and born in the beginning of the universe by Maya, the universal mother. And actually, she is everything, or rather, her qualities are everything. And the qualities are primarily three: sattva, or goodness, rajas, passion, and tamas, or ignorance. And she has two primary forces, or shaktis: the throwing shakti, or projecting shakti, and the covering shakti, or the veiling shakti. Now, these two shaktis act to, first of all, throw us into a body, and we don't know where or when or who we're going to be born of and what the environment is going to be like. We have no idea. Why? Because of the veiling potency, which covers the reality and makes us assume that I and mine are real, even though they're not. So these actually are like when a traveler is in the forest and either the trees are obscuring the sky, or maybe it's cloudy, or maybe he's ignorant of the constellations and so forth. He loses his way. He can't see which way is north, east, south, whatever. So he's lost. But if he simply waits until the sun rises, then everything is clear. So in the same way, in this material world, we often lose track. We forget where we're at. We lose our moral compass or our spiritual compass. And we forget which is right and wrong, which way leads to God and which way leads to hell. We forget. We become confused, overwhelmed by the covering potency of Maya. And then she throws us into some unknown situation and we're just lost. Human life is so pathetic. Then, if we get a chance, and I believe everybody gets at least one chance in their life to approach the truth. God is fair. The universe is just. Even though, we're in illusion, we're in Maya, we're covered over, we're bewildered, we're deluded, we're ignorant. Huh? Like my friend in South Carolina said, ignorant. Use all of the ignorant. Even though we always get some chance, some opportunity to draw near to God. For me, it was meeting my guru back in, 1967. So for others, it may be a scripture or even a video like this one that you kind of surfing the web and you just kind of fall into it by luck. And what's this guy talking about? We're talking about the end of ignorance, the end of suffering, the attainment of pure knowledge and perfect eternal bliss. So when you encounter this kind of opportunity, you get a chance to clear up the directions. You get a chance to orient yourself properly so that you can approach God. This is the mission of human life, indeed, of all life in the cosmos. But as we encounter in everyday life, only a very, very few rare people ever do anything about it, ever take that opportunity and investigate. Vichara, investigate or inquire into the details. What is necessary for us to actually get this result? But when we get that result, it immediately destroys the ignorance, just like when the sun rises in the morning, it immediately settles the question of which way is east, north, south, west. That knowledge, here it's capitalized in the verse. That means it's transcendental knowledge. Jnana, realized knowledge. Realized knowledge means one knows without the need of any instruments, like a book or a teacher or, some kind of medium, some kind of instrument of knowledge, like ontology, epistemology, logic, and so forth. One simply knows directly. That's because Brahman is self-effulgent and self-conscious. Brahman knows itself. So once we realize, I am Brahman, aham brahmasmi, then everything else becomes clear. And we look back on our former state of existence and say, oh my God, I was so ignorant. I was so deluded. I was in Maya. I was really, really ignorant. Because once we get rid of these false ideas, the truth shines by itself. That's the nature of Brahman. Self-knowledge and self-effulgent, self-illuminating. Just like the sun. You don't have to light a lamp or get a flashlight out to see the sun, because the nature of the sun is self-illuminating. And it's the same with Brahma Vidya. So when we encounter a chance to become enlightened, it is our duty, actually, to jump at it, to go for it, to investigate it with all enthusiasm, because this is the greatest thing in life. This is the opportunity we have to end suffering forever. And it's being given by the grace of God. So if we don't take it up, if we don't accept the invitation, if we don't inquire, if we don't pursue this state of knowledge, it's only our own fault that we suffer. We can't blame anybody else. We can't say it was, because my mother was drinking when I was in the womb, or my father was abusive, or the bullies at school used to beat me up, or I got the wrong kind of college degree and now I can't find a job. This is all nonsense. No, we are responsible for our condition because everything is happening by the law of karma. Maybe we can't remember the things that caused the present situation because they're in a past life. Doesn't matter. Still, when we know from the scriptures that karma is the results of past activity, we should accept that and say, oh, this is going on. Nothing I can do about it. But what I can do something about is I can study the scriptures. I can do the meditation. I can do the japa. I can do the puja. I can approach the absolute truth. I can realize Brahman. I can end my suffering.
Om Tat Sat, Om Shakti Om.